Taking a live look outside. It's been a rainy day. An updated first alert forecast is just minutes away.
30 seconds to 6. Frog Ferry's future. What the people behind the project say they need to get the vessel launched in Portland. Diamond Dreams. Portland's push for a Major League Baseball team hits a snag, but the city's hopes of getting a team aren't dashed just yet. Trooper cleared. Newly released video shows the moments leading up to an Oregon trooper's confrontation with a gunman. What we know tonight about the shooting that turned deadly. That's first on Fox. Justified in using deadly force. A Marion County grand jury found an Oregon State Police trooper acted lawfully after he shot and killed an alleged carjacking suspect about 2 weeks ago.
Now, some shocking video footage just released shows us the deadly confrontation. Fox 12's Adrian Thomas is live in studio with a look at that footage. Adrian.
Well, Pete, Nora, this deadly shooting happened back on April 10th when State Trooper Andrew Tuttle shot and killed 31-year-old Felipe Amezquamanzo after they exchanged gunfire. This all happened in the northbound lane on I-5 in Salem. We want to warn you, some of this video may be difficult to watch for some.
Get on the ground!
This body camera footage just released by the Marion County District Attorney's Office shows Trooper Tuttle pursuing Amezquamanzo. This was right after the Marion County DA's office says Tuttle saw Amezquamanzo try to carjack multiple cars in the middle of northbound I-5 in Salem. Dashcam video from this semi-truck shows Amezquamanzo with what appears to be a gun in the middle of the interstate, waving it at passing drivers, including pointing the gun at the semi-truck. Now, this is the moment authorities say Tuttle came upon the scene. Moments later, dash cam video from Tuttle's patrol car would show his gun drawn, telling Amezquamanzo to get on the ground. And in a terrifying few seconds, Manzo appears to fire his gun at Tuttle. Tuttle then would run back behind his car, where he exchanges gunfire with Amezquamanzo, eventually shooting and killing him. Now, the Marion County grand jury found Trooper Tuttle acted lawfully because of the violent nature of Amezquamanzo's attempted carjackings and the fact that Amezquamanzo had a gun and fired first. Trooper Tuttle dealt with a minor injury to his arm, and it's unclear if he was grazed by a bullet or if it was from falling down during the exchange of gunfire. No other people were hurt. Live in studio, Adrian Thomas, Fox 12 Oregon.
All right, Adrian, thank you. The death penalty has officially been abolished in Washington. Today, Governor Jay Inslee signed Senate Bill 5087, removing the death penalty statute from state law. As a result, the sentences of everyone currently on death row are now converted to life without the possibility of parole. Back in 2018, the Washington Supreme Court ruled the state's use of the death penalty was unconstitutional. In addition to the death penalty, the bill also removes other laws ruled unconstitutional or invalid, including a law allowing judges to order people to be sterilized and one that requires public employees to sign anti-communist pledges. Oregon has had a moratorium on executions since 2011.
The Multnomah County Medical Examiner has reported a death linked to the drug xylazine, otherwise known as Tranq. The county says the death happened back in September of 2022. This is the second death in Multnomah County where Tranq was found in the body. The first was in 2021. The county says the two deaths are not related. The county also says it believes the drugs were bought outside of Multnomah County. As we've reported, Tranq is a powerful sedative approved for animals. Just last week, the Biden administration designated fentanyl mixed with Tranq as an emerging threat to the United States. Apart from being deadly, health experts say Tranq can produce painful ulcers on the skin, leading to infections and even amputations.
Portland police arrested 2 people after a police chase overnight. The East Precinct posted about the incident on Facebook, saying a car was driving into oncoming traffic, going the wrong way on a one-way, speeding on city streets, and traveling more than 100 miles per hour on the highway. Police followed the car with their air unit plane and eventually used stop sticks to deflate a tire and bring the chase to an end in the area of Northwest 9th Avenue. Police said the driver and passenger were arrested.
It's a dream that needs some help. A passenger ferry service called Frog Ferry is trying to make a case to receive some federal money.
Yeah, they need it to help make their dream of public transportation along the Willamette River a reality. Fox 12's Paulina Aguilar took a ride this morning to show us the possibilities.
Whether you lived in Oregon for 20 years or 6 months, many haven't been on the Willamette River, and Frog Ferry is looking to change that.
We have very few access points to even get down on the water. We want to draw people down to their waterfront.
Whether you're a student at Portland State or commuting to work or just visiting, you can take a 25-minute ferry ride. But first, they need the funds. It's an $11 million project, and Frog Ferry is asking the Portland City Council to partner on a federal grant application.
Asking City Council to adopt that to put us in the regional transportation plan on the constrained list. We must be on that list in order to take receipt of federal funds.
Those funds would go towards building the docks, the boat, and a year's worth of operating costs. But getting local government support has been a battle for years. Last year, TriMet claimed Frog Ferry had inappropriate spending and billing practices. TriMet only approved a portion of their total expenses and entered their contract with Frog Ferry last year.
We've heard from our civic leaders saying that we're just worried about risk of trying anything new that might fail. Our pushback is this is a proven best practice. The money is there. The studies have been done.
To start, the route would go from the River Place dock to Cathedral Park and back, with hopes to add more stops from Vancouver to Oregon City in the future.
Many of us remember the Newport Bay restaurant. We would love to revitalize that, put in a deli there, have rentals for kayaks and stand-up paddleboarders.
If the City Council approves, they can apply for the federal grant in June, be approved in 2024, and have the first Frog Ferry on the water in 2025. Reporting in Southwest Portland, Paulina Aguilar, Fox 12 Oregon.
Well, what could be some good news and some bad news for Portland's hopes to land a Major League Baseball team here. First, the bad news. The Oakland A's won't be coming here.
But the A's decision to move to Vegas could open the door for other Portland possibilities. Fox 12's Drew Marine spoke with a local group that's been pushing for the MLB to come to the Rose City. Drew, what do they have to say?
The Portland Diamond Project says the MLB commissioner has been waiting for the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays to find new stadiums, so they say this relocation announcement is good news. The path to add 2 new teams to the MLB is one small step closer to reality.
A lot of people have been asking in the last few hours, is this like a gut punch or does this help? Reality is we believe it helps.
There was talk the Oakland Athletics could have relocated to the Rose City, but Thursday the news came out that they signed on to build a new stadium in Las Vegas. Like Craig Cheek said, this isn't bad news for those hoping to get an MLB team in Portland.
Commissioner Manfred has been pretty consistent that once we get the Oakland and Tampa situation stabilized, we can in earnest move towards talking about expansion. And we've all along thought that we were the perfect kind of West Coast fit for expansion.
Cheek is the president of the Portland Diamond Project, which has been working to get an MLB team here for years. And he believes expansion will be a top priority after this season wraps up, which means they'll be solidifying logistics like a location for a baseball stadium by the end of the year. In the past, they've considered sites like Terminal 2 at the Port of Portland and the Portland Public Schools headquarters in North Portland.
And I think we're perfectly positioned. We're actively working on real estate right now. I can't give you an announcement, but we hope that that's the next significant press release coming out from our area, that we have figured out the best ballpark district in the Portland metro area.
There are a few eastern cities in the running, like Nashville and Charlotte, but Cheek doesn't see them as competition, as he believes the MLB will choose a city on each side of the country. Salt Lake City might be the closest rival hoping to get a team, but he believes Portland has more to offer.
I affectionately call it Sportland, not Portland. I think we have such a rich DNA. When you look at the Blazers and you look at the Timbers and the Thorns, you have Columbia, you have all those athletic apparel brands here. So I really think that Portland sets itself up as a unique proposition.
Again, we know a few different sites have been considered as a location for a baseball park here in Portland, like the Portland Public Schools headquarters in North Portland and here at Port of Portland's Terminal 2. For now, Cheek says we're going to have to wait until the end of the year for an announcement on a location. In Northwest Portland, Drew Marine,
Fox 12 Oregon.
All right.
Well, thanks, Drew. Did you notice Drew's attire there in the live shot?
She's bundled.
There's a shell to keep the water out, but also it looked like it had some insulation there, which is needed.
Chilly.
It's cold and wet.
Yeah, it's kind of a blah weather day overall. Just very wet, gray, and chilly out there. Yeah, not ideal if you're trying to spend a long periods of time outside, I should say. Here's what it looks like outside currently along the Vancouver waterfront. This is our Maryhill Tasting Room and Bistro camera. So certainly gray and drippy out there, and wet and overcast on the coast too. This is the view currently in Lincoln City from our Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera. Temperatures currently in the upper 40s. So pulling up our radar here, you can see basically everybody west of the Cascades seeing that rain. Models were indicating it could get a little heavier in the afternoon and evening, and it appears that's exactly what's happening. You can see a little bit more yellow there bubbling up in the afternoon hours. So this evening, that rain will eventually taper off. Our graph model indicating maybe around 8 o'clock or so. It should really be slowing down, and it's not going to be as chilly overnight tonight. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 40s there through midnight. But let's jump right into that 7-day forecast. We do have some good things here to share with you. So we have mainly dry weather on deck for your Friday and Saturday. Could run into a sprinkle from time to time. It is going to be pretty gray, but you'll notice mid 60s there for a high temperature Saturday. Showers do return on Sunday, but it looks like it's going to be pretty short-lived. Those showers are going to be dying down for your Monday. We do have a little bit of cool air coming in, and I'll illustrate why. But take a look at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This looks nice. Temperatures in the 70s. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, we've seen this before, and then a local weathercaster just ripped away that possibility, just dashing all of our hopes and dreams. But I'll show you why we think we're more confident here. So a lot of the models are in agreement this time, and this looks like a pretty strong ridge. So I'm going to kind of fast forward here. This is that cooler air you can see coming in Sunday and Monday. That's why we dropped down those high temperatures just a little bit. But then by Tuesday, check this out. That's a really strong upper level ridge, and it just keeps getting stronger and stronger and reaching further to the north. So that's why we're going to see sunshine and maybe temperatures pushing the upper 70s, maybe 80 on Thursday. Nora, Pete?
The 6 o'clock news is just getting started.
Still ahead tonight, deadly storms in the central U.S.
A look at some of the damage as millions of people face another round of severe weather.
From the playing fields to the halls of Congress, who referees who plays sports? I'll have more on the legislation that bans transgender students from athletics.
The 7-day